whole world and not allow war.
More peace. More peace in the world, more love. Take the afternoon off.
Make the world better than what it is now.
I don't know. What am I supposed to say? I really don't like to have that kind of responsibility.
I have my own show, for one. Just get people to be nice. Stop being morons.
What would I do if I were God? I would get rid of all the pedophiles in the world. Make everyone happy.
That's a good question. What would I do? If I was God, I'd be glad that I'm not living here.
Change the world.
I don't know. I would, I don't know. Take all the bad out of the world. I don't know.
I really don't know. Well, right now, since I'm in the camera, I am God.
It sounds cliche, but I'd make sure there was world peace.
This might be a little cliche, but I'd say world peace.
That's a hard question. World peace. How about that?
If I was God, I'd take the lens cap off first.
Oh,
Huh? What would you do? You don't speak yet, right? What would you do if you were God?
I'd make everybody get along. World peace, probably. Force us to all have the same language.
That would be a really hard job. I don't know. There'd be lots of things to do. World peace, feed the hungry, get rid of AIDS. I don't know. It's a loaded question. You're bad?
Yeah.
I think it's a little heavy for these guys.
It's a long answer. If I was God, well, I'd create more languages.
If I were God?
I don't know, what would you do?
I don't know. Get rid of all the wicked people.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. Go visit places, do lots of stuff.
Talk to the
I think I'll figure it out once I become God, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's
In a
pretty
couple
much
of
it.
years' time, we're taking the entrance exam.
Yeah, you have less time to think once you are. So.
If I was God, I don't know, that's a hard question, because we're only human, and God has so much power. But if I was God, I guess I would make everything in the world right, I guess.
Good question. Maybe cure diseases. I think. Yeah. What would you do, Sarah? You would make sure all babies had formula, right?
I guess, straighten out the world.
Stop the war and the violence and help world peace?
That's a good question. I'd bring peace to the world. Probably end world hunger. I'm not a big fan of world hunger. Make more cities like this one.
Cambiar el mundo, change it.
I don't know. Change the world, I guess.
I will make everybody happy and healthy.
Probably make everyone bow down for about 20 minutes.
Make everyone millionaires.
Oh. Let's make sure there wasn't any trouble.
I am God.
Build my own island, full of attractive women. Yeah, and, go on vacation for a couple centuries. Instead of just taking Sunday off,
I would make the world a better place and make people happier, it's cleaner, and no drugs or nothing like that in the world. That's what I would
have a lot of waterfalls.
do the same thing he's doing right now. Only difference is it won't probably be no killing, no whole bunch of all this violence and stuff, but God, he know what he's doing, so he know how it's gonna be, how it's gonna turn out, so I don't even think about nothing like that, so I'm gonna think up to him, so.
If I was God, well, that assumes that God does exist, and I could be God, right? What would I do if I was God? Let people know that God is only based on faith. So all those people who claim that intelligent design is a sign of God is mistaken, right? Because, well, if there's proof for God, then it's not faith anymore, right?
What I do if I was God? I don't even really know, I try to stop a lot of stuff that's happening, That things span the world or something like that. Maybe people be a little more generous to those in need or something.
I give everybody a seventh sense. So when you look at somebody else, you would know what their story was. So you could be judgmental of people. So basically give people a heightened sense of empathy. And then see what happens from there.
Well, I would change the world and make everything perfect again. And I would take the curse from man, which is the law, and rectify the curse and be put back to the fruit of knowledge.
What would you do if you was God?
I would answer all the questions that everybody has.
Oh my goodness. Well, I would start with making every day like this, because that's really beautiful right now. And more. It's an obvious answer, right? And hunger. I could probably buy a house somewhere on the beach in California. Or just build one, or just snap my fingers and make one.
I would multiply my effectiveness about 1,000,000 times. But since I get messages straight from God, I'm about 100 times more effective than most people.
If I were God, I would stop the war, and I would feed hungry people, I guess. Grow more crops in the desert land and that sort of thing. But I don't know. Could never be God. I wouldn't want to be.
I can't really say.
I would eradicate all ignorance, because I think ignorance is what leads to hate. So I would eradicate all these ignorant people who don't know how to love, who don't know how to accept it, who don't know how to just be.
Si yo fuera Dios, ¿qué haría? Wow, tremenda pregunta. Tremenda pregunta, porque haría muchas cosas, especialmente acabaría la pobreza, el hambre, las guerras, especialmente. De finish the war. Finish the war in all the world.
Oh, I have no idea.
I free everybody from sin. If I'm God. I don't know what I would do. I am not God.
Yeah.
Just a moral human being.
I bring about world peace. Everybody would be one color, and nobody would be hungry or homeless.
I don't know what I would do. I would make the world better than what it is.
I'm not God and I don't want to be.
I wouldn't let anybody fucking die. Everybody stay alive.
Lots of money. And stop wars. And racism.
I would keep it exactly the way everything is.
I'll probably kill myself. I can't take this world. I can't put up with people's behavior.
Bring peace to the world.
Well, I'd start by taking that camera out of your hand.
I don't know how to answer that question.
I'm not God.
tell you the truth. If I was God, I would stop all the war. Everybody get along. Even the animals get along with the human. Won't be no disease. Nobody crippled, everybody in their own right state of mind. And everybody equal.
I'd take away everybody's pain.
I'd give myself $1 million so when I wasn't God, that I'd be able to provide a good life for my family.
So if I was God, I'd be smart enough to let things be the way they are.
Good question. You can do whatever when you're God, man. Just about anything. It all depends on you,
If I was God, I would bless the entire earth. Reduce violence and terrorism and have everyone respect each other.
I'd kill everyone.
You want me to be real, right? I will bring unity among the world. First of all, love. It's the most powerful thing there is. There's nothing greater than that. You know?
I am God. Nothing. Just don't want to work.
I don't understand your question.
I know what else. I'd make people live longer. 80 years isn't long enough. That would be much more interesting. You could see a lot more by the time you die.
I would save all my people.
I would change a lot of people. Change a lot of people. That's the main thing that we need. We got too many people that's against each other.
I would vote George Bush out of office.
I would try to take the fear out of people that makes them destroy each other. That'd be number one, because it's so ridiculous that everything bad that happens is out of ignorance. So I try to lift the ignorance.
If I was God, I would get myself a magic ring and I wander around zapping things, cleaning up all the ills that I could. Violence, poverty, garbage, whatever. That's what I would do. I'd go over to Iraq, I'd melt all the fucking freaking military. What I would do, I'd melt all the hardware, and put little things in their heads, clean up all the violence. That's what I would do. Go to New Orleans, suck it dry. Even landfill some of the depressed areas.
If I were God, I would be in Bulgaria, in Varna, Bulgaria, and I would save this beautiful young woman.
Oh no. It's a hard thing because without evil there can be no good. Without poor there can be no rich. What would I change? I guess I'd like to make it so that, oh boy. I don't know. That is a tough one. There is no utopia. Everybody wants to say they would like to create world peace, but I don't believe there is really such a thing. So, I guess I'd like to make everyone a musician.
I would give people more glimpses of things that would remind them of what it's all about and what's really important, and that will help them fulfill their destinies so that less people die with regrets.
I'd make everybody dry. Everybody would be dry.
I would change a lot of things. I would change a lot of things. Everything needs to change. There's a war in Iraq. There's the AIDS virus. They're spending about $600 billion on the military and about $1 billion for a cure for AIDS. And then there's the airline mechanics over at, I forget what company that is. It just seems like the working man and the working people are getting screwed, and the rich people are doing really well, and so are the politicians. And you got a bunch of working class people dying over in Iraq, innocent civilians, and so there's a lot of things that need to change. But I don't think there's a God. I think it's up to the people themselves, the working people, to change it. We need a third party, right? John Kerry voted for this war. He voted for the Patriot Act. And we need a third party, a party that will speak for working people. I think working people have the power to change things. Because if you live in a big high-rise with a view of the water, right, or if you live in a big mansion, you have the power to change things. Well, why would you want to change anything? You're driving around your luxury car. You have you live in a big penthouse. You don't want to change anything. But the working people who are being, who are working for less and less money and who don't have any medical benefits, or the medical benefits don't pay for all of their medical expenses, those are the people who have a desire to change things. And those are the people who have the power to change things. You understand? The middle class, I think there's a lot of working class people who work in a tie and a suit, and they're information workers. But the guy who owns a small business, he doesn't have any power to change things. If for example, the person who owns this tavern goes on strike, who cares? He'll just go to another tavern. But if all the airline workers were united and they said, we want better money, or we want better medical benefits, or we want a better pension, they would just have to listen to them. But that would take working people uniting. That would be black, white, gay, straight, male, female, immigrant, non-immigrant, all uniting, instead of crossing picket line. Or if longshoremen said, longshoremen and dock workers, we're not offloading containers that are bound for Iraq. We're not offloading military, we're not unloading military supplies onto the ships that are going to Iraq. That would bring about change. I think the working class people are all guys. I think every working...
Real peace. Maybe kill George Bush?
I don't know, I think it would be X-rated. Who are you?
I'd make babies not cry.
I want more peace, buddy, but that's what everybody wants, you know what I mean? I'm sick of the bullshit, but I would like some peace in the world. Apart from that, I would like you to join us for a drink, but if you don't want to do that, it's up to you.
I don't know. I would say hi.
Drink beer. I don't know. That's a good question. What would you do?
I would start over.
I'd probably wipe out the existence.
I would rain.
Look a little bit more glamorous than I do today. And I would make everybody be nice to one another.